Let me show you how to use the verb gustar in context, but this is the short version. There's a long version, which I can make another presentation for it, but this is the short version, so keep that in mind. Are you ready? Gustar means to like. This is a short version using the indirect object pronouns. The basic formula is to use the indirect object pronoun plus the verb gustar already conjugated plus the subject of the sentence. So when we are translating from Spanish to English, what it really means is what is pleasing to me. So keep that in mind when you see this chart. So what something is pleasing to me, I'm going to use the word me. When something is pleasing to you, you're going to use the word te. For él, ella, en usted, that would be pleasing to him, pleasing to her, or pleasing to you. It would be le. So they all share the le. And then for nosotros and nosotras, which is to us, whether it's female or male groups, then it will be nos. And then the last set of plural indirect object pronouns would be les. So instead of saying to them, you're going to say les. Or instead of saying to you all, it's going to be less. Okay, so let's just say that slowly, one by one. Are you ready? Here we go. Me, te, le, nos, les. So basically, it's only 5 conjugations, so not so bad. Let's continue. But what does IOP mean? What is an indirect object pronoun? Let's dig into it. Let's see what an indirect object pronoun is. These are words that are indirectly affected by the verb. So the verb in this case will be gustar. So I am going to be indirectly affected by this verb because something is going to be pleasing me, like chocolate. Chocolate pleases me. You know what I'm saying? Running pleases me. Watching a movie pleases me. So that is how you're going to train your brain to think when you are using this verb. And that's why we don't use the personal pronouns, we use indirect object pronouns. They are simple words that receive the action, and they always come before the verb. And here is the chart that we're going to be using to make sentences. So the basic formula for this is indirect object pronoun first, plus the verb gustar already conjugated, and the subject of the sentence. So the indirect object pronouns are in the red words, and then we have gusta or gustan. So it's only 2 conjugations for the verb gustar, and then the subject. And we're going to take a look at the next slide, and then it'll make sense. Okay, so let's start making sentences. Here's an example of using gustar when you like an activity or multiple activities, doing that activity. So you're going to have action words in the infinitive form. That means that the verb has not been conjugated. So in this case, we have me gusta correr. I like to run. The second one, me gusta correr y nadar. I like to run and swim. So you can see the verb has not been conjugated, it's in the original form. Now let's look at different types of subjects using gusta and gustan when it's not an activity, but rather a thing. or a noun. So here we have, ¿te gusta el chocolate? You like chocolate. Let's say you like more than chocolate, you like other things. ¿Te gustan el chocolate y las galletas? You like chocolate and cookies. So here we see how gusta on the first example, the word that you see in green there, has an A at the end of the word. That's for singular. And gustan, it would be plural. So the end basically tells you is more than one. Gusta, gustan. Gusta, one. Gustan, more than one. And that you can use gusta when you like one activity or different activities. Like something, because I cannot expect you to like everything I'll do, right? What about if something is not pleasing to you? All you have to do is place the no in front of the sentence. No te gusta el chocolate. You do not like chocolate. And that's it. Okay, just a quick summary before we jump into sentences. Here we go. Remember the basic rules. Substitute the personal pronouns with the indirect object pronouns. Number 2, singular, use gusta. Number 3, verbs, use gusta. In the infinitive form, that means the verb is not conjugated. Number 4, when you are doing plural nouns, use gustan with an N. The N refers to more than one. It's like a plural in Spanish for verbs. ¿Listos? I am ready. ¿Están listos? Here we go. Let's practice. Number 1, I like to jump. How would you say that in Spanish? The answer is on the next slide. Me gusta saltar. Me gusta saltar. Number 2, I like to eat cheese. I like to eat cheese. How do I say that in Spanish? Me gusta comer queso. Me gusta comer queso. Did you get that right? Me gusta comer queso. La número 3. You like going shopping. You like going shopping. I can also say shopping is pleasing to you, or going shopping is pleasing to you. But we basically say the opposite. You like to go shopping. How do I say that in Spanish? ¿Te gusta ir de compras? ¿Te gusta ir de compras? Did you get that one right? Let me stop here for a moment. Even though on my original sentence in English said you like going shopping, going is conjugated in English, it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to conjugate it in Spanish to say the same thing. So here, because I'm using the verb gustar, and they are two verbs together, that means the first verb gets conjugated and not the second one. Also, when you are using gustar and you want to say that you like doing an activity, that activity is most likely a verb, then that verb does not get conjugated with the verb gustar. So, hence, te gusta ir de compras. Ir means to go. It's not conjugated. 4. She likes the blue dress and the red shoes. She likes the blue dress and the red shoes. How do I say that in Spanish? And here's the answer. Le gustan el vestido azul y los zapatos rojos. Le gustan el vestido azul y los zapatos rojos. Did you get that correct? So she likes two items, not just one, and that's why we are using gustan with an N instead of gusta with just an A. Gustan with an N means more than one. We like to talk on the phone. We like to talk on the phone. And the translation is, nos gusta hablar por teléfono. Nos gusta hablar por teléfono. They like chicken and rice. They like chicken and rice. Les gustan el pollo y el arroz. Les gustan el pollo y arroz. Let me give you a little challenge. They like to eat chicken and rice. They like to eat chicken and rice. Les gusta comer el pollo y el arroz. Les gusta comer el pollo y el arroz. Why is that? Because they like to do an activity. The activity is a verb. The activity is comer, and comer means to eat. There you go. Me gusta practicar el español. Me gusta hablar español. And thank you so much for visiting. This is the end. We have come to the end of this presentation. I hope you practice. I hope you learned something new. I hope this was useful. And please consider subscribing to my channel. And there's so much more I can cover. Until next time, be well.